Good stuff. That's a nice bag. Preview.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Consumer Electronics Association, Carrie Shapiro.
Good afternoon. Wow. What you just saw was a great example of the amazing experiences that Intel has been bringing to consumer technology over the years. No company has done more to shape modern computing. From the most powerful supercomputers in the world to intelligent wearable devices, Intel makes modern technology possible. Last year, when Brian Krzanich was here, he did more than deliver the kickoff keynote address. He introduced what would become the hallmarks of consumer technology in 2014. So when we started thinking about CES 2015, we knew that the keynote stage would be incomplete without having Intel back. Not only does Intel design and manufacture some of the world's most sophisticated technology, they have a vision of what is coming next and how it will change our everyday lives. When Intel comes to CES, not only do they bring great products, they bring the defining ideas for the whole industry. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming back to the keynote stage the Chief Executive of Intel, Brian Krzanich.
Thank you, everybody. I'm really excited to be here for my second year in a row. CES is the place we all come to talk about technology today, but almost more importantly, how it will shape the future of tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to show you some amazing experiences, now possible because of technology Intel is bringing to life. We're at the beginning of something big, something new, and something exciting. I feel that 2015 is truly a unique year. It's the beginning of the next technology consumer wave. The last time we've seen a wave of change this big was exactly 20 years ago today.
The year is 1995. A revolution in consumer computing is about to unfold. Intel launches the Pentium Pro processor, powering a new generation of consumer applications. With the first commercial browsers, consumers discover the power of the World Wide Web. The first search engines appear, making it easy to explore the web. The era of e-commerce is born. Intel introduces USB, creating an industry standard for connecting devices and sharing files. Together, these technologies launched the first wave of consumer computing that enabled richer experiences, unleashed mobility, expanded possibilities, brought us closer together, and enriched our lives. Today, we stand on the threshold of the next revolution, made possible by innovations that will soon deliver amazing experiences that are even more personal, connected, and intelligent. Welcome to 2015. Experience amazing.
1995 was a watershed moment in consumer technology. But 2015 will be another important turning point. We're going from a two-dimensional world to a three-dimensional world. This additional dimension will change how we experience computing. What we're going to show you tonight are the three forces shaping this next technology wave. The first of those forces is what we call computing unleashed. Up until now, we've been limited to 2 dimensions with a keyboard and a mouse and a flat screen. That becomes unwired, 3 dimensions. Intelligence everywhere, when everything can become smart and connected. And then lastly, the wearable revolution. The next phase in mobile computing, when mobile computing truly becomes personal. We're going to show you demos again tonight that haven't been shown anywhere else, straight out of the labs, and every one of them will be live. So let's talk about the first force. Up until now, computing has been defined by the interaction with a screen, a mouse, and a keyboard. And you were limited to just really flat surfaces that you could, at most, adjust, change, interact. But this is about to change. We're going to experience computing unleashed, where computing gains a new dimension, from that 2-dimensional world to a 3-dimensional world. Computers are gaining senses. They're going to be able to see and hear, and that will result in their ability to understand. They're becoming wire-free, giving new meaning to portable and mobile. So I'd like to show you some of that technology here tonight. Perhaps you've heard or seen RealSense technology. It understands us much more naturally. You saw it in the pre-show event, displaying the dancers and the musician. RealSense can be extended into every facet of our lives. Unlike most cameras, RealSense can see and understand depth. Let's start with something basic. How we edit, the typical photos that we take every day, and how RealSense can truly change this experience. We integrated RealSense into the world's thinnest tablet, the Dell Venue 8 7000. This tablet is 6 millimeters thin, the thinnest tablet available today. It also has the first of the 3D RealSense capabilities. Rather than just show you the tablet, we thought we would show you some real-life examples. So if you look on the screen, we took this picture on the strip earlier this week. Pretty typical picture you might take with your family. But what RealSense allows you to do is after you've taken a picture, you can adjust, you can adapt this photo. So this one I'm going to show you how you can adjust the focus. So first I'm going to focus on the Las Vegas sign. If I simply tap on that, you'll see that it becomes the central point of focus. I decided, no, I don't really want the Vegas sign. What I really wanted was the people in the forefront. They were my relatives, although they weren't facing me. Now I just change the focus by simply touching on it. I can print these, I can send those, I can do whatever I want with them in whatever mode. So that's a pretty simple app. Let me show you another one. We took a picture earlier of my favorite gelato here. And again, because RealSense understands depth, we've left it black and white, but let's say we want to add color. We want to add color as we go along the length of the gelato. I simply scan along here, and as it goes further and further back, I add the color back in. And I can continue to adjust this at whatever level of depth and degree I want. This changes how people edit and use photography. It's quick, it's instant, and it's integrated right into the tablet we already want to carry. The Dell Venue 8 is on shelves this month for $399. In addition, it won the Best of CES for Innovation for the 2015. We've shown you now RealSense Snapshot. Now let's look at the RealSense 3D camera. We've given the PC eyes and ears, letting it interact with you more naturally. So let's use an example that's a practical example and many of us experience every day. And let's talk to our cook Chuck here and have him show us how RealSense applies here.
Hey Brian, how's it going?
Good, Chuck. How's it going?
Going great. You showed the RealSense camera, and it does amazing things with pictures, but it's capable of so much more. In fact, it can probably help you in places you never even thought of, like the kitchen.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I found a great mouth-watering recipe for wings on the Food Network website. So, I brought my laptop. I want to show you, well...
That looks like my daughter's laptop half the time, yes.
Yeah, this is what happens when you bring your laptop into the kitchen and use it with yucky fingers, right?
Yep.
So RealSense can take care of that whole thing for you. Let me show you. So I have a clip, this recipe to make wings. So using my voice, I'm gonna start that clip. Play video.
Mustard. Here, put
So
some
this
brown
seems
white
pretty simple.
pepper. There's some granulated garlic.
I take my spices,
Salt.
throw them all into the bowl,
And some pepper. So we give this a little mix.
mix them up here. Cooking's really not that hard.
No, it's not.
So I take my chicken, add it to the bowl, add my spices. I can mix this all up here. Now, really don't need this video anymore. I think I got this part down. So stop video. So you can see, got my chicken, it's all marinated here, got the dry rub growing. I really want to see what's the next step in the recipe, but yeah, that knocked out. So using the RealSense camera, I can prevent that. So I was able to bring that recipe right in, right? And if I want to scroll to the end, I simply make that gesture, and it lets me scroll. There we go, get to the end. I can see some more stuff I have to do. You know what? So before I make that sauce, let's go back to that clip. So let's get rid of the recipe. And since our camera sees left and right and depth, I can actually start the clip with just a gesture. There we go. It'll start it. I can go to the rest of the sauce. I can stop it, simple gesture. Let's finish marinating this up.
I'm getting hungry.
So I'll put it on the grill right now. There we go. Only one thing left. Open timer. Start timer. We are 15 minutes away from chicken wing heaven.
Can't wait, Chuck. I'd shake your hand, but... Chuck never used a mouse or a keyboard or touched the screen. All of this interaction was done with his voice and gestures, kind of a natural way we always communicate. This will be available on Food Network this spring. We're bringing the RealSense technology that you saw in a number of new devices from major computer manufacturers. You just saw the Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga 15 with Intel RealSense 3D camera in this previous demo. And this quarter, 7 of our partners are launching new RealSense enabled devices. Partners like Acer, Asus, Dell, Fujitsu, HP, Lenovo, NEC. We also believe that the next wave of computing can literally unleash us from this. You'll no longer be chained to your computer by wires. We can completely live in a wire-free world. To show us this, let's take a look at this and let's meet Diana. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Brian. So I have here a prototype of our next generation platform, which includes wire-free technology. And I'm going to start by actually removing all the wires from our peripherals. As you can see here, using Intel's high-speed WiGig interface, I'm able to connect automatically to all my peripherals, not just keyboard and mouse, but monitors, network, printers, and even external hard drives. No wires at all. Very simple and very easy. And actually, as long as we're on that whole easy theme, I think I'm going to take it one step further and get rid of those passwords that I can personally never remember. The TrueKey from Intel Security is a cross-platform application. Let's replace those passwords with multi-factor authentication, such as face, fingerprint, and device proximity. So you don't actually need to remember those passwords. So let's show you a little bit of what that experience is like. So we'll assume I've selected the facial recognition as my option here. It's going to scan my face looking for my unique facial characteristics that it associates with me. And once it's decided it's actually me, it will log me in. Try it again. Didn't want to recognize me that time. Apparently, plastic surgery right before the keynote's not a good idea. Let's give this another try. Okay, now it recognizes me. Good job. And now that I'm in, all these secure websites I can access with just a click. I don't need to remember the password anymore. Couldn't be easier. All right. Now, once again, we were talking about no wires before, and we covered the peripherals, but we left out the important power cord. That's the one everybody wants to get rid of. This table is actually equipped with wireless power charging. So if a system like this, that's similarly enabled, you can actually just put it on the table, and you can actually have it wirelessly charge for you. As you can see there, I just put it down, it's wirelessly charging, very simple, and just to show, no wires, nothing to do. You can put down your, this is my 2-in-1, but phones, tablets, whatever you've got that's equipped, you just put it on the table and it will charge for you. No wires.
That's the world I want to live in. It's a wire-free world. Thanks, Dad. So, you can imagine a world where you can charge your devices wherever you are. Tonight I want to tell you that Intel and Marriott are collaborating to bring our no wires vision to reality. This year, you'll be able to take advantage of wireless charging at select Marriott hotels. In the second quarter of 2015, Marriott will offer wireless charging in various Marriott properties around the world. We're also working together with other global companies, Hilton, San Francisco Airport, Jaguar Land Rover, Emirates Airlines, and DuPont, along with many others, along with the major computer manufacturers around the world to bring wireless charging to you. Thanks a lot, Diana. That was great. You saw Diana using a next generation prototype. Clearly the demo was live as well. Everything I've just shown you will be available this year. WiGig, TrueKey, wireless charging. And Computing Unleashed also brings a new immersive experience that had never been seen before. The 3D world is truly here. One of the best examples of bringing the 3D vision to reality comes from our friends at HP. To tell you about HP's vision for that 3D world, I'd like to invite on stage Dion Weisler, the Executive Vice President of Printing and Personal Systems, and soon to be the President and CEO of HP Inc. Thank you, and welcome on stage, Dion. How are you? It's great. So you guys have been building the same two-dimensional world, moving to a three-dimensional world. Maybe you could just talk to us a little bit.
Sure have, been pretty busy, and so thank you. Thank you for inviting us to be here. We're really excited about the opportunity to share what we've been doing at HP. Intel and HP have really shared many, many years of a deep technology partnership and continue to deliver really, I think, incredible technologies and experiences together. And as Brian mentioned, the two-dimensional and three-dimensional worlds are colliding. It's the next wave in technology. And at HP, we're focused on truly disruptive, breakthrough innovation and bringing our vision of a seamless physical and digital life with what we call blended reality, all powered through Intel technology. That's an entirely new concept and a new vision. So let me explain a little further. You see, we live in a three-dimensional physical world. We use our hands to express ourselves, to communicate, to create, all in 3 dimensions. Our earliest ancestors used their hands to create cave paintings. They used that to record and celebrate their lives, turning thought into reality in an instant. Yet strangely, our digital lives are confined to 2 dimensions, creating a divide, a technology chasm, if you will, between our physical and our digital worlds. And that limits what's truly possible. We've created bridges between these worlds, like keyboards and mice, but at best, they have their own limitations, filters and barriers to enable that pure expression. But when our physical and our digital worlds come together, that's when magic truly happens. And we can move from the physical world to the digital world and then back out to the physical world, all operating at the speed of thought. That's the vision and the promise of blended reality, and it's made possible by our partnership with Intel. Blended reality really introduces this virtuous cycle of productivity and creation, where inputs like Sprout by HP and outputs like 3D printing powered by multi-jet fusion are seamless and intuitive. First, let's talk about the on-ramp and how we're bringing the physical into the digital world to change it and manipulate it through Sprout by HP.
We have a Sprout example here, and I have one of these at home. It's a great machine.
It is, and thank you for that. So I might get you to help me here since you're very au fait with it. You can kind of play around with the audience. But Sprout really is what we call the birth of an entirely new category that inside HP we're calling immersive computing. With more than 70 patents, dozens of industry firsts, and Intel's technology and R&D support, Sprout really redefines experience, allowing users to easily bring things from their physical world into the digital world. Look at how easily Brian's doing that. So let me tell you some of the technologies that are built into and incorporated within Sprout. First, it has the Intel RealSense camera for instant capture of not only two-dimensional, but three-dimensional objects. It has a 20-point touch canvas, a powerful projector, HP's workspace software, real-time collaboration, and much more. And it's all powered by Intel's Core i7 processor. Sprout enables thought to expression in an instant. From consumers to CIOs, people are finding new ways to create, match, make without keyboards and mice. Sprout is a product today, but really a platform that will take on new forms, target new segments, and project on new surfaces in the future. But the real power of the platform comes from the developer community, who are creating rich applications and experiences, some of which we can dream up, but the development community dreams up in spades. And it's these exciting applications for immersive computing, coupled with 3D printing, that brings it all to life.
So you mentioned something that's near to my heart. I think CES, it's a popular topic, right? It's 3D printing. So
yep.
HP is the printing company. Can you tell us, what are you doing with 3D?
It is, and you've been asking me this question from day one. And really, since I joined HP, my answer has always been the same. When will HP enter the 3D printing market? My answer has always been when we can transform the industry. And we're doing exactly that. HP is bringing its 30-year print expertise to 3D, leveraging investments and IP from more than 5,000 of our core patents, from our core business, our print business, through innovation into the hyper-growth commercial 3D printing space. And it's this breakthrough technology that we call multi-jet fusion that solves the three fundamental problems that we believe exist today in 3D printing, and that is speed, quality, and cost. We can create functional parts that have the quality combination of precision and strength at least 10 times faster than the fastest printer on the market today, all at a fraction of the cost. This chain link was printed in under 30 minutes. It weighs less than 1/4 of a pound and can lift up to 10,000 pounds. All over that. Not only are parts strong and quick to produce, but think about the ability to prototype, to create bespoke parts that are in different colors, with different elasticity properties, with texture properties controlled down to the level of the volumetric pixel or voxel. HP's multi-jet fusion makes all this a reality. Multi-jet fusion boasts more than 30,000 nozzles that spray 350 million drops of agent a second with breakthrough precision. We can print at 20 microns of accuracy. That's not bad. That's about 1/10 of the size of a human hair or 2 red blood cell counts. For me, it's not just a printer, it's a tool to trigger the next industrial revolution. It's that profound. So, as you can imagine, to get that level of precision, speed, and quality, you need a tremendous amount of computing horsepower. So we need the most powerful processor on the planet and a technology partner to deliver the promise of transformative 3D printing. So today, together with Brian, I'm pleased to announce that HP Multi-Jet Fusion technology will be powered by Intel's Core i7 processor. The power of the i7 processor, complemented with our proprietary HP Logic technology, is ideally suited to computational demands that 3D printing will require in the future. So it's the power of Intel's i7 processor, the RealSense 3D imaging technology, coupled with HP's innovation that will make it easier for all of us to go from the physical world to the digital world, change and manipulate, and then back out to the physical world with this bad boy. Please come to the Intel booth to get a closer look at both Sprout and 3D printing and all the objects that you can do, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you so much, John. It's a great What's great about working with partners like HP is that we get to show products we are putting into the consumer's hands today. But at Intel, we always have our eyes on what's next. And I want to shift now to give you a glimpse of what's going on in our labs. We're working on an engineering project that will change your interaction with devices in incredible ways. We've all dreamt or seen these new ways of working with computing. You've seen it in movies like The Minority Report, Iron Man, and Star Wars. And now we've made it real using RealSense. So what happens when you have a 3D input combined with a 3D display? And Jonathan here is going to give us a glimpse of just what that future looks like. Good evening, Jonathan.
Hi. Well, we've been looking at different strategies of bringing your display off of just a flat surface and up into 3D. Because with RealSense cameras and their real-time depth sensing, we can move beyond normal touchscreen. Here we've integrated some custom optics from our partners at Oskanet to create the optical illusion of a display floating out in midair, almost like a touch-sensitive hologram. I'll show you how it works.
So what you're going to see now on the screens up there and the ones behind me is Jonathan here is playing the piano on a virtual in-air keyboard. The camera on the right shows the images in mid-air, basically a floating display. The camera on the left is Jonathan playing the keys, not touching anything. His hands are in mid-space. I can tell you when Jonathan was first working on this, I'd walk into his office and his hands would be floating in the air and doing things, and I'd be wondering, what the heck is he working on? And he showed me this project finally. Thanks very much, Jonathan. This was great. We haven't put this into a product yet, but it's a great example of just where the future can lead us. I'd like you to check it out at the Intel booth. We'll have this product in the booth, and you can play with it yourself. It's amazing. I want you to see where this technology is headed. So next I want to move to the next force, which was intelligence everywhere. The Internet of Things has been around for years. You've already seen this in industrial and residential applications. From smart thermostats to digital signage to smart vending machines. We see these every day. It's the fundamental concept that we can add computing capability and connectedness to many things in our lives. Everything that was once standalone and unconnected is becoming smart and connected. The technology shown in Computing Unleashed is being extended into many areas. For example, our homes. What we've done is we've taken RealSense and the True Key that you saw earlier with Diana and worked with home security leader ADT to bring a vision of the future to your front door. To show you how it works, Megan here is trying to enter her home. We integrated RealSense, TrueKey, and ADT Home Security Pulse Interactive Alarm System into this future solution. What you'll see in a second on the screen on the right is a step-by-step authentication. The first level of authentication is her phone. And you can see it's already green. It's already detected that Megan is in proximity of the door. But that's not enough. The second level of authentication is going to be, again, using her face, using RealSense. So let's see Megan enter the home. So you can see she walks up, her phone is authenticated, she shows her face, the face is authenticated, the alarm is disabled, and the next step, the door is unlocked. Door is unlocked. Door is unlocked. Maybe I should let Megan in. Oh, there it goes. Now it's just when you get up. You can see that this completely changes what an intelligent home is about. It would be impossible, though, to talk about intelligence everywhere without talking about intelligent robotics. Robots of today can improve our lives at home and at work. We've been collaborating with Irobot, the company that created Roomba for consumers. To show you what we've created, I'd like to introduce a friend of mine from Irobot right now. Hi, Colin. For those who don't know, Colin's the CEO of Irobot. I kind of expected you in person, though, I gotta admit. Not in robot, but maybe. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've created here?
Well, Brian, this is Ava 500, our video collaboration robot with autonomous navigation. It allows me to effectively teleport wherever one of these robots can drive to. So even though I'm in Boston, I can join you all here today. But more importantly, we're really pleased with the collaboration with Intel that enabled us to integrate the RealSense 3D cameras onto Ava in just 2 weeks.
So I'm glad to hear our teams are working together, Colin. That's great. So can you talk to us a little bit and show us just what Ava 500 is about and how RealSense works in it?
Sure. Like I said, Ava has autonomous navigation, which enables it to navigate around the office, avoid objects of all shapes and sizes, and using a map figure out where to go. Through our technology collaboration, this Ava is using 3 RealSense cameras to do this. So it can clearly see the 3D picture of any object it encounters. Let me show you exactly what Ava sees. On the left screen, you can see a 3D image of what Ava sees using the 3D RealSense camera. The color represents the distance from the robot. If you move, we can see you move in 3D. On the right image of the screen, we can see a bird's eye view of the robot and the space that Ava has mapped out. RealSense is great because it offers a smaller footprint, lower power, and lighter weight sensors. This is useful for many, many different types of robots and certainly the future of the robot industry. Enables the robots to be more aware of their surrounding, and that allows the robots to perform more complex tasks, ultimately benefiting all of us.
So, thanks for showing us, Ava, Colin, and being my first ever remote walk-on at CES. We thought we'd give you a little test on your way out. We put up a little obstacle course to see whether you can navigate through that on your way out of the keynote. Go ahead and give it a try.
Sure, no problem. I'll just push a button off stage and tell the robot to go there. So thank you for having me, Brian.
So lots of robots robots can move around on their own. But the real question that you want to have, the problem you want to solve, is can they see, think, and adapt? What if I told you that we now have safe, smart, aware robots that can not only move in 2 dimensions, but they can move in 3 dimensions? I'd like to take this moment to invite some more of my friends to join me on stage to show you just what I mean. Along with the drones are our friends Jan, Daniel, and Michael from Ascending Technologies. They worked with us to integrate RealSense technology into each of the Firefly drones you see here. Now, there's something very unique about these drones. They also have an Intel processor that helps these drones use the information from RealSense to see, think, and adapt. No more collisions. Guys, why don't you walk through the drones? You can see they put down their controls. The drones are adapting to them. So, I'd like to try something a little bit more advanced though. We're going to try the first ever drone ping pong game to demonstrate the drone's ability to avoid a moving object. So, let's put 2 of the drones down, and we'll use this drone here, and we're going to play a little drone ping pong, simply moving the drone between us. You see the drone continues to try and stay in one position, but keep it from going in the audience, avoiding us at all times. I can tell you we played this in a conference room one day, and it was pretty exciting. So let's drop the final drone. And I'd like to go over and talk to Jan and just hear a little bit. Jan, can you tell us a little bit about what you've done here with RealSense and your Firefly drones?
Sure. So we are using 6 RealSense cameras to create a 360-degree view, as you can see here. So we see obstacles far away are blue and close by are red, so we can move around a little. We use our Intel onboard computer to extract the most relevant information and send it to our triple redundant Aztec Trinity autopilot, which then calculates position data and obstacle avoidance commands. This is all done with our GPS or our motion capture system.
So, okay, not done with GPS, just done with motion capture. Why is this a big deal?
It's just so much easier and safer to fly a drone with this technology. You can just focus on the goal and let the system handle the dynamic environment. It's a game changer for the whole industry.
Thanks, Sean. This is great. We think that drones have a possibility to change our lives in many ways. You've heard about drone delivery, but there's much more. Drones can deliver medications and life-saving interventions to remote places, inspect power lines, agricultural fields, and gas lines, assist humans, basically keeping the humans out of danger. With our technology, these intelligent robots open doors that can lead to amazing wonders. These drones can avoid obstacles, and the fact is, the real world is filled with all kinds of obstacles. Almost like a giant obstacle course. So we decided to build one here at CES. And we want to see if our drones can safely navigate through it. We call it our very own game of drones. We've used programming to restrict the drone to fly the shortest distance from Daniel down there at the far end to the nearer end to the stage here. Their job is to fly the shortest distance, and we've contained them to that space, but we've not told them how to get there. Their job now is to navigate that obstacle course the best way, the shortest way they can, to safely get to the other side here, just outside. So, Daniel, let's see what happens. What you see is the drone takes off, and Daniel will put the controller up, as he just simply releases it and says, go from point A to point B being here. He puts the controller up and the drone's off on its own control. You'll see it moving left to right, but not only is it moving left to right, it's having to move up and down as it avoids the obstacles that we put in its place. The drone's doing this all on its own. We could go in and change. If somebody wants to stand in front of that drone, they're welcome to. But we made one last obstacle to prove to you this is live. We put a set of doors at the end, preventing the drone from getting to its final home. So let's say we let the drone go home and we go ahead and open the doors. The real leap forward that the industry has been waiting for is literally give drones sight to increase not only autonomy, but safety. And that's exactly what RealSense, Intel processing, and these Firefly drones have done. We took it a step further though. Just prior to CES, we took these drones out into the real world to see what would happen. Let's take a look. Did the same thing. Point A to point B, that was a forest outside the Santa Cruz Mountains. And we set the drone's speed at about 12 miles per hour as they go through the forest. What you've just seen are some of the ways that intelligent, connected technology will change our lives for the better. But let's talk about the final force, the wearable revolution. Wearables are a natural extension of computing. Wearables are becoming ultra-personal. 12 months ago, when I stood on stage here, the wearable revolution had just begun. You saw during this year, Intel introduce Mika, the intelligent wristband, SMS audio, BioSport in-ear headphones, and Edison. And they're all today in the marketplace. Now, wearables are creating new opportunities for innovation. And I'd like to show you some more of what the next generation is. So as I said, last year, we introduced Edison. We brought you Edison, which was basically a computer the size of a postage stamp. A revolution in the shape and size of computing. We made the Make It Wearable contest focused around Edison. But as engineers, we knew we could do better. We knew we could make computers and compute even smaller. And I have to tell you, we've done it. We've made them so small, they're like the button on this jacket. I'd like to introduce you to Curie. Curie is the next generation in computing. Let me show you what's inside. This module contains a Quark SoC, Bluetooth low energy radio, sensors. It's power efficient, can run for extended periods of time from a coin-sized battery or a rechargeable battery. In addition to Quark, we've also added a dedicated sensor hub processor and pattern classification engine that allows it to identify different sporting activities quickly and precisely. This product is just out of our labs. To show you that it's working, we created a simple app. We made an app that would simply measure the number of steps I've been taking during this keynote. And so I'm at 1,788 steps right now. Not bad. If you didn't think keynotes were a little bit of exercise, and at my heart rate, I think I'm going okay. This is just the first prototype of Curie. Curie is really meant to be a platform. It will be available second half of 2015. We're really excited to bring Curie to our partners. With this product, they can deliver wearables in a range of form factors. Rings, bags, bracelets, pendants, and yes, even the buttons on our jackets. This changes the game of wearables. One of the most exciting aspects of the wearable technology that we've experienced this year are the new collaborations we are creating, blending fashion and technology together. We've been working with partners like Barney's of New York, SMS Audio, CFDA, Opening Ceremony, and Fossil to make exciting new products. In December, we announced our collaboration with Luxottica, the company behind eyewear brands like Ray-Ban, Persol, Michael Kors, and many others. Today, I want to announce the next collaboration to integrate Luxottica's world-class eyewear brands with Intel's cutting-edge technology to create truly consumer-friendly, smart eyewear. To do that, I'd like to introduce my good friend, the CEO of Oakley, Colin Bateman. Welcome to CES, and thank you for coming on the keynote. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about the philosophy of Oakley on how do you marry design and technology together?
This year is our 40th anniversary as a company. In 1975, we started out as a small hand grip company. Now we're a global leader of optical technology and design. The aspect or the philosophy that got us to this place in the world was a real curiosity to look at problems. And typically we would invent solutions to those problems from scratch and then wrap those solutions in art. If I talk to any one of you today and I would ask you, what do you know about Oakley? And you would probably tell me, those are the guys that make eyewear for athletes, typically male, which couldn't be further from the truth. We actually got into the wearables category 10 years ago. And the reason we did it was we knew that this is where your eyes are, this is where your ears are, this is where a lot of interaction can happen. And as a performance brand, we believed that integrating smart technology with eyewear was a logical future. If you look at our history, we started with MP3 players and pump. We moved on to Bluetooth-enabled devices for connectivity. And then last year we launched this great ski goggle called Airwave, which provided a heads-up display that gave you maps, GPS, told you where your friends were skiing, gave you text, music streaming, phone, camera connectivity. It's just an amazing device that did wonderful things and was getting a consumer experience like nothing we could have provided just as an optical brand.
So those are all great products. I actually have one of each one of those and use them regularly. So can you tell us what the areas of focus are for this partnership?
So if I think back on the history of our company, we're an athletic brand. So we have 550 professional athletes that are part of our organization. They're involved with skiing, snowboarding, cycling, running, training. And these are all activities that both a professional athlete and a consumer would really enjoy an enhanced experience. The airwave being a great example. And I know that in the world of optics, when a person puts something on their face, it's saying a lot about their personality. It becomes part of your personality. And so it's important that the form factor compress so that the electronic component of it doesn't become burdensome, doesn't become part of it. It's actually seamless. So with a partner like Intel, I think of all the functionality that we can compress into a very small space, into a beautifully designed pair of glasses, will change the sport industry for us, as well as change the lifestyle construct of our culture.
That's great, Colin. I really want to thank you for coming on stage here and talking to us about this partnership, and I look forward to the next product I get to wear from Oakley. Thank you very much. We see the fun uses of wearables, fashion and sports, but there's another side to wearables. They can change our lives. The engineers at Intel asked the question, what problems could we solve using wearables? And the first such application was easy to imagine. How could we help the visually impaired? Visual impairment affects many people. 39 million people worldwide are blind. Almost 250 million have impaired vision. The engineers at Intel started to develop a way to help visually impaired people better sense their environment. We integrated RealSense technology as a wearable and tested it in our labs. I'd like to show you this using this mannequin. The mannequin has RealSense technology, and you can see it on the side screens as well. There's a RealSense camera in the front, and these 6 sensors around the body. And as I approach it, you'll see it go from blue to red as I get closer. And there's also a vibration that lets the wearer know. You can see I'm approaching from the right, I'm approaching from the left now, and the mannequin continues to see as I move around. So this is what we were able to do in our labs, but we wanted to see how this could impact someone in real life. We've been lucky to have the opportunity to work with an Intel employee, Dell Adams, on this.
When I was 14, I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. The doctor told me that I would likely lose most of my vision by an older adult. When I walk into a restaurant, the first thing I need to do is stop, scan from side to side. Mainly I'm looking for where I need to go to make sure that I'm not going to run into something or somebody. It's very common to greet somebody with a handshake. When I look at somebody, all I can see is their face, and I will miss that handshake. I'm approaching a crossroads in my life and my career, and I don't want to be defined by my limitations.
So I'd like to take this moment now, and I'd like you to please join me in welcoming Daryl to the stage. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Daryl, can you just tell us a little bit, how was it like to use this technology?
Sure. When I'm wearing this jacket, I'm able to feel the changes that are happening around me. And this is really important because my ability to respond to visual cues is really, really slow. In fact, often I don't respond at all. However, my ability to respond to that sensation of touch is immediate. And this technology captures that sense around me and then translates that information into subtle vibrations, which basically allows me to fill in the gaps that I've missed. This gives me a sense of comfort and confidence in my environment that I have not felt for a long, long time.
So that's great. You know, as engineers, I think we both understand the technology, we see how it works, but what's it been like for you personally to use this, and what has the impact been to you every day?
Well, I live in a state of fairly continuous mild anxiety because I know that when I'm only actually seeing less than 20% of what others see. And this makes it very difficult for me to stay engaged in social situations. And so with this technology, I'm able to more naturally shift my attention to the things that matter. For example, when we're having a conversation, I would typically only be paying partial attention because I would be listening to the conversation, but then also being very interested in what's going on around me to make sure I'm not missing something. And that shift is back and forth. But now with this technology, I know that it's going to inform me when something is needing my attention, so I can stay fully engaged in our conversation. I can remain in the moment, and that is incredible to me.
That's great, Joe. I really want to thank you for coming on stage here tonight and being a part of this presentation and really showing us what this technology can do. Thank you very much. This is one example of how RealSense and wearable technology can change people's lives. We want to work with industry and partners to bring solutions like this to people everywhere. I'd like to announce tonight that we'll be making the this wearable technology openly available to the broader ecosystem later this year. We'll make the source code, the design tools, publicly available so developers can extend and improve this platform. Anyone can use this to help the visually impaired and build upon it. Last year on this stage, along with Edison, I announced the 2014 Make It Wearable contest. It was a great success. Over 2,000 submissions from all over the world were submitted. Today, I'm announcing that we'll be doing the Make It Wearable Contest 2015 again this year. We promise to make it even bigger and better. More details to come as the year rolls out. But what I want to show you tonight was this year's winner, the first place winner and the recipient of the $500,000 grand prize, Nixie, the first wearable camera that can fly. So let me invite Jelena and Christoph, Team Nixie, to the stage. So, Jelena, could you just talk to us a little bit, how did you come up with this idea?
Well, Christoph and I have worked in technology for a long time. We both love photography, we have lots of equipment, and we felt like we had what we needed to capture our favorite moments. Until we missed a big one, our daughter's first steps. We were so excited, and the photo we ended up with was a close-up of her face, kind of like this, from our phones, after she had already sat down. And we were really sad. And we asked ourselves, why is it hard to capture that moment? So we set out to create a solution, a camera that you can access really quickly because it's wearable, a camera that gives you an amazing perspective because it can fly, and a camera that frees you to enjoy the moment, frees your hands and your attention because it's autonomous. You don't need to operate it at all.
So Christoph, can you tell us a little bit about how Nixie works?
Yeah. Nixie comes with you throughout your day. And whenever there's a moment that you want to capture, like being on stage at the keynote, you just flick it off your wrist. And now it's actually ready to go. You don't need a remote control. You don't even need to take the cell phone out of your pocket to control it in some way. It's autonomous. It has sensors in there that give it awareness of space. And so all you need to do is to flick it in a direction. It's going to go there, take a picture, and return.
Okay, so I promised everybody that we do everything live here at CES, so can we see it live?
I think we should give it a try.
Okay, so now those of you in the audience, get your cameras ready because we're about to witness history here. We're going to see Nixie take the first ever flying photo on the CES stage. So let's get in our positions and let's give it a try here.
Yeah, come closer.
Okay, let her go.
Yeah.
So, now can you tell us a little bit about where do you see this kind of technology and Nixie going in the future?
Well, in addition to the, oh wow, I get to wear a wearable flyable camera with me, that's awesome. We also see this as the natural evolution of photography. So cameras were initially really big, they were manual, you had to work and know how to use them. Then you had auto exposure, you had auto focus, cameras got lighter and smaller and more affordable. So what we're offering here is auto composition, right? Auto positioning. A camera that you don't even need to think about because it does everything effortlessly. And as a team, personally, of course, we're growing our team. We'd love for you to get in touch with us if you're interested. Keep track of us on flynixie.com. From a product perspective, we're going to make it smaller, cooler looking, and work on the image quality.
You guys have made great progress in the 2 months since the contest ended. I have one more thing though. I'd like you to help us make this the biggest Twitter moment of CES. I'd like you to tweet the following picture with the hashtag #BuyNixie. That's live, that's real. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Christoph. This was great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I bet you guys, man, that was amazing. I mean, you can really see where this is going to go. So tonight I've showed you 3 forces we believe are shaping the next consumer technology wave. Those forces were computing unleashed, the 3-dimensional world, and having no wires, being unbounded, intelligence everywhere, making everything smart and connected. And the wearable revolution, ultra-personal, blending fashion and technology, solving real problems, and sometimes flying. We've talked about how we are going from a 2-dimensional world to a 3-dimensional world. But there's one more dimension I want to talk about tonight. One word that I can think of that can change this industry for the better. That word is inclusion. CES is the best platform to talk about both emerging consumer technology and the most important issues facing our industry. Last year, we talked about conflict minerals. And we've made great progress on our journey to make everything Intel builds conflict-free. This year, there's another important industry-wide issue that will shape the future. The importance of diversity and inclusion in technology. A confluence of industry events has brought this issue to the center. From the threats and harassments that have characterized the debate in the gaming world, to the publication of hiring data and diversity statistics in the tech industry. This is a highly relevant issue, and one that we all need to address. I'm here to say tonight, it's time to step up and do more. It's not good enough to say we value diversity, and then have our workplaces and our industry not reflect the full availability and talent pool of women and underrepresented minorities. Tonight, I'm announcing Intel's intention to lead by example and invite the entire technology industry to join us. I'm announcing the creation of the Diversity and Technology Initiative to increase the representation of women and underrepresented minorities in the workplace and our industry. But specifically, we're going to take the following actions at Intel. We've set a goal to reach full representation at all levels in our company's workforce by 2020. What that means is significantly increase our hiring, progression, retention of women and minorities in the workplace. We will, as good engineers, measure and report our progress on a regular basis with full transparency. And we're going to hold our leaders accountable by tying their pay to our progress. This is going to be difficult to achieve. This is going to be difficult to achieve, which is why we're making a significant investment to support diversity and inclusion in our industry. Over the next 5 years, we will invest $300 million to accomplish 3 things. Grow Intel's diverse population, fund initiatives to support more participation and positive representation of women and underrepresented minorities in technology and gaming, and increase the pipeline of women and diverse candidates entering the technology field. This isn't just good business. This is the right thing to do. When we all come together and commit, we can make the impossible possible. Together with partners and industry leaders in diversity, gaming, and education, we will make a difference. On Wednesday at 2:45 in the Intel booth, we'll have a fireside chat specifically on this topic with renowned industry leaders. So we're reaching the end of our time together tonight. We began our discussion with the past, 1995, and this first big consumer technology wave. Next, I showed you the forces that are defining the next wave of consumer technology, where the future is headed. I then showed you the next big challenge facing our industry and our community. But all of these forces are built on the foundation created by one of Intel's founders, Gordon Moore. Moore's Law has shaped and driven modern technology. It continues to chart the vision for our industry and Intel's future. It continues to inspire all of us. 2015 is a unique year for Moore's Law as well. It's the 50th anniversary of Moore's Law. I wanted to share what this law means to consumer technology and to all of us at Intel. And what better way than to hear from Gordon Moore himself.
In 1965, when mainframe computers were just beginning to use integrated circuits, Gordon E. Moore published an article in Electronics magazine in which he predicted a very bright future for the computing industry. By tracking the evolution of integrated circuits to date, Moore predicted that the number of transistors in a dense integrated circuit would continue to grow exponentially. This observation became known as Moore's Law.
The message I was trying to get across was that integrated circuits were the road to less expensive electronics. It's really evolved from being a measure of what goes on in the industry to something that more or less drives the industry.
If you compare the first microprocessor, Intel's 4004, to today's 14-nanometer processor, performance is now 3,500 times higher. Energy efficiency is improved 90,000 times, and the price per transistor has fallen by over 60,000 times. If automotive technology had progressed at the same rate, cars would go almost 300,000 miles per hour, get over 2 million miles per gallon, and cost only 4 cents.
Every technology that has been identified has made progress at that rate, nor has any had such a profound effect on the society throughout the world. And certainly in 1965, I would not have predicted the kind of products we make today. They're spectacular.
Moore's Law has driven Intel and the industry to make the impossible possible and to completely transform computing to create amazing experiences.
The potential is there for this change to continue, and I'm continually amazed at where things will be going. Just remember, whatever has been done can be outdone.
Moore's Law has touched our lives in many ways. It will continue to bring our vision for the future to reality. 2015 will be another turning point, the start of the next consumer technology wave. At Intel, we are excited to once again be at the forefront of this change. I'd like to invite you to come check out our Intel booth and our fireside chats tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all here at CES, and I want you to enjoy CES. It's one of the best shows on earth. Thank you very much.